It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready? 60 or. Let's go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Slam, slam, slam. Cut.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Double tight, guys. Double tight. Alert, alert. 3 out, 3 out. Check, 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 check. Even, even. Check, check, check. Here we go. Check, check, check.
Play fake. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Ready? Back 25 behind. Green, triple T. Double tight. Hey, hey, hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang. Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety green.
On play action, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Ready. Blue ready. 47. Check, check, 47. All day. 30. Just like that. And even. 26. Big ass, big ass, big ass. He's coming.
Now Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Check 4.
To throw, Winston. He's got Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check, check, here we go. Press down, press down. Kick. Easy. Push it up.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Watch it. He's crashing. He's checking.
Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch twist.
And an alley to run. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Undercrunch. Jam.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Running with Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Strong right. Strong right. 4 down. 4 down. Off. 45. Let it go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. Check 24. Easy. Get 44.
Here's Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Let's go. Wait. Check. Crunch. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Let's go, baby.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try to throw now. Winston looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Bofo's the mic. Mike's Bofo. They not ready for this, man. They still playing soccer.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Check 43. Switch.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Take it at the 37. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Check, ready. Go to base. Check, 45. Come on. Check 3.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run. This is Kamara. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's going to take off with it. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Keep playing.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On 2nd down, Barber. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready. Blue ready. Mike goes forward. Too little. Cut. Ready. Set. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Let's convert. Check 49.
From the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
What's good on the extra point? And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Winston now in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a fourth and long. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Kill. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
54. Coming to you, coming to you. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And now it's 2nd down.
Set, ready. Switch to Pittsburgh. Match by 4. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. No. Kill.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Here's Bridgewater. He's able to find Wallace. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Slam. Check it out.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Levante David in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater to throw it. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Switch. Check three. Wait.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
After the sack on first down, Winston, and that's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Shit.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, Green, come with me. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To try again after the sack. Winston escaping, and a pressure gets to him again. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check 3.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Jameis to throw it. That's caught. It's Peyton Barber. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Bang, 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 bang. Wait up. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Safety's creeping. Showing up. Show up. 56.
4th down, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 43 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Check 4, check 4.
Again, it's Kamara. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Play action now. Bridgewater. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
Wait. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. 44 is the mic. Here we go. Check. I'm coming, baby.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Demario Davis. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Bridgewater here to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Set, ready. Kick to Pittsburgh. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Saints, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.